Hello everyone! Today you are going to see amazing phenomena and things that you probably had never encountered on the internet, nor in real life, like this giant doll installed in the pool of a water park in the Chinese city of Sanya. Let's get it on! If seeing the robot's super realistic facial expressions and emotions makes you feel uneasy, congratulations, you've experienced the uncanny valley effect. If you're as confused as Ameca, let us tell you a little bit more about it. For now, it's the world's most advanced humanoid robot. Ameca was recently unveiled by Engineered Arts and features special facial movement technology, upgradable software and hardware, and cloud connectivity. The developers hope to teach it to walk, and that's when things could get out of hand. Check out the unusual design of this major Asian bookstore. Surely even those who have switched to e-readers won't be able to resist buying something here. Let's hope this doesn't become a new fashion trend. What will the owners of pythons or Tibetan mastiffs do? You think you've seen it all and then you see a snowball vending machine. Seriously, each snowball is perfectly round, dense, and individually packaged. But here's the question. During a snowball fight with your friends, who will have time to run to the machine? Unmanned vehicles are quickly evolving from fantasy to reality, not only for personal use, but also for public use. For example, these buses are already being tested in China. It's a bit strange to see the driver's cab empty, but we'll get used to it. The guys at Botanical Paperworks have figured out not only how to save nature, but how to enrich it. Their pencils look just like regular pencils, but their body is made of biodegradable recycled paper, and inside is a capsule with a seed. When the pencil reaches the end of its life, it can be planted in the ground and you'll have a plant at home. It could be basil or even a tomato. A shock for those who suffer from trypophobia.
Snap out of it, you donkeys! Come on!
Who would have thought that normal birds could cause a panic attack? No, this is not a baby Demogorgon or CGI. This is what Gouldian finch chicks look like in their first days of life. But as they grow up, the unusual beak pattern becomes less noticeable and they become ordinary birds. Don't try to solve this puzzle, just press the button. That's right, it's a wristwatch. Sooner or later, someone has to create something like this, and Biegert and Funk did. The Clock 2W's letters light up to show the time in 5-minute intervals. However, the 4 dots at the bottom of the dial adds each additional minute, and with a few taps, both the current seconds and the date can be read. We know what your first question will be. Is this truck endless? Not quite, but almost. In 60 seconds, it can unfold a fence about 300 meters long. It takes up almost no space at all when folded. This is what the HESCO protective barrier looks like. Just fill it with loose filler and you have a reliable protection against both water and enemy troops. You'll never guess what this guy carries in his backpack. Yes, it's a folding guitar. It takes a couple of seconds to attach the neck, and it's surprising that no one has thought of it before, especially since it doesn't affect the sound of the instrument.
Bien. Espectacular. ¿Y ahora?
Súper sencillo, ¿eh?
Y al final.
Afinado.
Finding a dog with a split nose is 100 times cooler than finding a 4-leaf clover. Make a wish right now. Due to the current situation, many of us still have to spend most of our time at home. Fitness enthusiasts have lots of solutions at their disposal, but what do field hockey fans do? As you can see, they have also come up with an ingenious idea, a machine for training at home. The player has to move the puck over the light signal as fast as possible, something not everyone can do.
Is that far enough? I feel like I'm...
Don't ask why or what for, but American Justin Schul created this controlled garbage can disguised as a bush, but not to spy on his neighbors. According to the creator, he was inspired by the designs of NASA's lunar program and Mars rover. Justin claims that his device could be used to study the Earth's environment in exactly the same way, but frankly, we don't think it's the best idea. You think you're looking at an ordinary watermelon, but it's actually a grape in disguise. It has probably been frozen and then thawed under hot water. You can do the same as an experiment. Another cool idea for a fun night in is to watch the salt dance to your favorite tunes. In fact, you can use any loose material and the music doesn't matter. Sounds of different frequencies cause the metal plate to resonate differently, and the shape the particles take depends on this. A brand new pair of limited edition Nike sneakers costs a few $100s. A pair of plastic sneakers with a totally unique design will cost you a couple of dollars and take up a couple of hours of your time. Don't you think the choice is obvious? Luckily, the only time you've seen this creature is in Pacific Rim. If it were alive, no one in their right mind would dare to touch it. These huge, intimidating woodlice were created especially for the film by the studio Spectral Motion, headed by Mike Elizalde, who also created Hellboy's famous look.
Stop it! Right now.
See how the bugs were assembled? After this, they won't seem so creepy. Some things defy rational explanation, and this is one of them. Yes, it's a prosthetic leg with a cuckoo clock. Certainly the strangest thing you'll see today. We don't know about you, but we find it hard to believe this is a living thing. It looks as if someone decided to make a jellyfish out of stockings. But in reality, these monsters live in the depths of the ocean. The body of the Stygiomedusa gigantea can reach a meter in diameter, and the tentacles are up to 10 meters long. This jellyfish is one of the largest invertebrate predators on the planet, but scientists have seen it very rarely. Only about 100 sightings in more than 100 years. Those who like to fight the bushes with sticks as children might like to work in Chinese fields. This is how the fruits of jujube or Chinese date are harvested. By the way, does anyone know what it tastes like? Have you run out of ideas for the weekend? Well, how about visiting koi carp and feeding them? And don't say it's not fun. Watch them attack the bottle like angry babies. If we had to give an award for the best Halloween costume,
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
would definitely go to the creator of this masterpiece. The artist worked on his costume in his spare time for 2 years, but it was worth it. Can you spot 10 differences between this costume and the original? First of all, it looks amazing, and secondly, isn't that enough? Imagine what your closet would look like in the dark. We still can't decide. Have these guys found an alien on the beach, or is this a rare sea urchin? Let us know in the comments if you know the answer. To be honest, we would rather travel in this house on wheels than in modern models with king-sized beds and TVs. This is the happy smile of a fish that has snatched a bite from a juicy dolphin. Look at the marks left by this cutie's kiss. The cookie cutter shark proves that not only the great white shark or the tiger shark are scary. This shark reaches up to about 40 to 50 centimeters in length, but attacks even large cetaceans, tearing off perfectly flat chunks with its jaws. Fortunately, very few attacks on humans have been recorded, but these sharks mess with us in other ways. They regularly damage oceanographic equipment and underwater cables. Pipes, water, and carpentry skills are all you need to build an inexpensive homemade piano. However, you will have to tune it yourself, so a perfect ear will also come in handy. Japan was one of the first countries to pioneer robotics, and as a result, they now have these fish in their hotel aquariums. This decorator crab is stunned that his clever disguise didn't work. The poor fellow deliberately disguises itself so as not to be discovered by predators. Interestingly, different decorator crabs have different preferences. Some attach algae and corals to their shells, while others, like this fellow, use sponges and poisonous anemones. Did you know that surfers in many countries no longer depend on the weather? All thanks to the efforts of Surf Lake and other similar projects that build entire bodies of water with this wave-generating machine. Here, the waves reach heights of 2.5 meters even when the sea is calm. Yes, we are thinking what you are thinking. It must be incredibly fun to swim here even without a board. Press like if you discovered something new today. We assure you that you won't have to wait much longer to see a new video from us. See you soon.
If we delve deeper into the SCP Foundation archives, we'll find protocols no one has seen before. These are stories of people who were unfortunate enough to encounter the most anomalous SCP objects. Eerie creatures in dreadful places. Few remained alive to tell the tale. But these chronicles will reveal what you definitely did not know about these objects.